Vidyanagar online science class. We are going to continue our fifth chapter, separation of substances, in our today's class. By the end of today's class, you will understand about the processes like sieving, sedimentation, decantation and filtration. Are you ready, guys? Let's begin our today's class. Guys, what you ate in today's breakfast? Idli, dosha, chapati, etc. Am I right? How many of you ate chapati today? Yes. Then you tell me how to make chapati. If you want to make the chapati, first we have to make its flour. Right? F-L-O-U-R, flour. Before making the flour, we have to remove the impurities from the wheat. What are impurities? Impurities are the unwanted or non-useful substances present in the food or wheat, rice, etc. Impurities are the unwanted or non-useful substances. So prior to the flour, we have to remove the impurities from the wheat. What do we do to remove the impurities from the wheat? You have any guesses? Is there any way to remove the impurities from the wheat? Exactly. We can use this to remove the impurities. What is this? This is a sieve. What is this? Sieve. How we remove the impurities using the sieve? If you want to impurities like husk, stone, etc. from the wheat, you have to pour the wheat powder into this sieve. At that time, you can see the wheat particles or the flour particles goes through the, you can see the holes here, right? You can see the holes. So, when we add wheat or flour particles into the sieve, that flour particles goes through the holes. It goes through the holes and falls down in the pot or the utensils or the paper we kept under, and you will get the impurities inside the sieve. You will get the bigger impurities like stone, husk, etc. in the sieve, and you will get the fresh powder at the down. So this process is sieving. So what is sieving? Sieving is the process in which we can remove the impurities by using a sieve. So in sieving, bigger impurities like stone, husk, etc. remains in the sieve, and the grain or flour particles through the holes it falls down, and we can collect that flour particles in a separate utensil or the pot. So this method is known as sieving. So what is sieving? Sieving allows fine flour particles to pass through the holes of the sieve, and bigger impurities like stone, husk, etc. stays in the sieve. So this is a sieve. This sieve we can use to remove the impurities from the wheat. For that, first we have to pour the wheat in the sieve. At that time, flour particles or wheat particles goes through these holes to the down, and the impurities are still present at the sieve. So now we separated the unwanted substances like impurities from the wheat. That unwanted substances, it is in the sieve, that we can throw it away, and the fresh and good wheat particles we collected in another utensil or the pot. So this way of separation is known as sieving. What is that? Sieving. So how to separate husk and stone from the wheat? The process name is sieving. So sieving can be done with the help of a sieve. So in sieving, the sieve allows fine grain or the wheat particles to go through the holes of the sleeve, and the impurities you can collect or you will get in the sieve. Right. So this way of separation is known as sieving, and this sieving can be used to separate stones, husk, etc. from the wheat. Okay, so that process is known as sieving. The sieving can be used to separate stones, husk, etc. from the wheat, and it can be done with the help of a sieve, and this sieve allows the fine grain particles or the wheat particles to go through the sieve, the holes of the sieve, and you will get the impurities at the sieve, and this impurities you can throw it away and you can collect the good wheat flour in the utensils, and that flour or that wheat powder you can use to prepare the chapati flour, right? So this method is known as sieving, and you may have noticed that this type of bigger sieves are being used at the construction site to remove the pebbles and stones from the sand, and thus bigger sieves can be used in the construction site to remove the stones and pebbles from the sand. And what is sieving? Sieving is a method of removal of impurities by using a sieve, and in sieving bigger impurities stay at the sieve and the small fine flour particles comes through the holes of the sieve, and that flour we can collect in the utensils. This method is known as sieving. Yes. Now we can discuss about another separation techniques. Before using the name of the separation technique, let me demonstrate an activity. Okay, for that I need 1 glass of water. I need 1 glass of water, and I want some soil or mud. Can you see the soil in my hand? Okay, you can see the soil. Now, or the mud, soil or mud. Now I am going to add this mud into the glass of water, and I need to stir it clearly. See, now I am going to mix this. Can you say what happens now? Now I am mixing this thoroughly. First I took 1 glass of water, then I added some mud into this glass of water, and now I am stirring this water thoroughly, and I have to keep this water for some time. Keep undisturbed for some time, and we can look what happens when we keep this water containing mud for some time. Okay, now I'm keeping this somewhere, and can you say what happens now when we add soil or mud into the water? Is it mixes with the water clearly? Can you say? Is it mixes with the water? Definitely not. Mud do not mix with water. Then what happens? These mud particles goes down. These mud particles goes down. See? Can you see the mud particles at the bottom of the glass? You can see the mud down, right? When we added soil into the water, you can see that the mud goes down. This goes down is settling down. What is that? Settling down. So you can say here mud particles settles at the bottom of the beaker or glass. So this is a glass, no? So mud settles down or goes down. So this settling down is sedimentation. Sedimenting or sedimentation means what? Settling down or going down. So that is sedimentation. So what is this process? This process is known as sedimentation. On adding soil into the water, if that mud settles down or if it goes down, that process name is sedimentation. So what is this? Sedimentation. So when we add mud into the water, what you can see? You can see mud particles settles down. That process is known as sedimentation. Why mud particles settles down? See, because mud is heavier than water. What is heavier? Heavier means more weight. See, you may see in that leaf float on water. Why? Why leaves float on water? Because leaves are lighter, less weight. If the weight of the object is less, it floats. If the weight of the object is more, it sinks or it settles down. It goes down. So why the mud settles down or why the soil settles down? Because soil particles are heavier than water. And you can see in the inside the in water, or you can see at the top of the water there are small particles are there, grass particles are there, leaf particles are, dust particles are there. Why they floats on water? Because they are lighter than water. So if the object is lighter, they floats. If the object is heavier, they sinks. So why mud sinks? Because mud is heavier than water. So if the heavier particles settles down, if the heavier particles goes down or sediments or settles down, that process is known as sedimentation. So when we add mud into the water, if the mud particles goes down, means what is the process name here? This process is sedimentation. Why mud particles settles down? Because mud is heavier than water. Mud is heavier than water, so it settles down. This process is known as sedimentation. So what is sedimentation? Heavier particles settles down. That process is known as sedimentation. And why the leaf floats over the water? Because why the leaves float over water? Because leaves are lighter than water. If the objects lighter, they floats. If they heavier, they settles down. That process is known as, so this process is sedimentation. So this process is sedimentation. So what is sedimentation? If the heavier particles like mud settles down at the bottom of the glass, that process is known as sedimentation. Then why mud settles down? Because mud is heavier than water. Why mud settles down? Because mud heavier than water. Why leaf floats? Because leaf is lighter than water. If it is lighter, floats. If the particles are heavier, sinks. Okay, now I am going to remove the water containing, see, you can see the water here, right? This only a water? No, this water contains some leaf, dirt, etc. So now I am going to pour this water containing dirt and leaves to the another glass. Now you see, now two glass in my hand. In one glass mud particles and in second glass the water which contains dirt, dust, leaf, etc. So this process is known as decantation. Removal of water along with the dirt, dust, husk, etc. is known as decantation. So what is decantation? Removal of water along with the dirt, dust, husk, etc. to the another glass. That process is known as decantation. So what is sedimentation? Sedimentation is the process in which heavier particles settles down. Heavier particles like mud, stone, etc. settles down. That is sedimentation. And lighter particles like leaf, dirt, etc. floats because they are lighter than water. And if we remove the water along with the dirt, leaf, etc. to the another glass, that process is decantation. So removal of water along with the dirt, leaf, etc. is decantation. If heavier particles settles down at the bottom of the beaker, that is sedimentation. If you remove the water containing dirt, leaf, etc. to the another beaker, that process is known as decantation. So sedimentation and decantation. So what is decantation and sedimentation? Sedimentation means heavier particles settles down at the beaker, and decantation is a process in which the water along with the dirt, leaves, etc. to remove to another glass. That process is known as decantation. Clear? How to separate oil and water? Is the oil mixes with water? No, oil never mixes with water. Then how we separate them? For that, first we have to add oil into the water. If we add oil into the water, you can see these forms two separate layers, which means a layer of oil and water. You can see two layers in the glass. One layer is oil and another one is water, and you can see the oil at the top of the water. Why oil at the top of the water, or why oil floats over the water? Because oil is lighter than water. Why oil floats? Because oil is lighter than water. Oil is lighter than water. Then you can remove that oil layer to the another glass. You can pour that oil layer to the another glass by means of decantation. So that process is known as decantation. Removal of one layer to the another glass. So that process is known as decantation. So you can remove the oil layer to another glass by means of decantation. This way we can separate oil and water. Oil and water form separate layers. We can remove the oil layer to the another glass with the help of decantation, or that process name is decantation. Right. So what is sedimentation? Sedimentation means heavier particles settles down at the bottom of the beaker and lighter particles floats over the water, and you can remove the water along with the dirt, leaf, husk, etc. to the another glass. That process is known as decantation. Settling down of mud, that process is sedimentation, and removal of dirt, husk, etc. to another beaker, that process is known as decantation. And the same principle we can use to separate oil and water. Oil is lighter than water, so it's float over the water, and we can remove that oil to another glass by decantation. Okay. Next, we discussed in our first class that we can use strainer to remove the tea leaves from the tea. Right? Can you name that process? That process is filtration. We can use this strainer to remove the tea leaves from the tea. Okay, so that process is filtration. So what is filtration? Filtration is used to remove the tea leaves from tea. Which process is used to remove the tea leaves from tea? Filtration. So what is filtration? Filtration is the process of separation of solid from a liquid. Solid from a liquid. See, tea. Tea means liquid. You can drink liquid. Tea, liquid. And in tea you can see the tea particles like stone particles, right? So that particle settles down. Over you can see the tea leaves. Tea leaves are at the top or down. You can see it down, right? Why? Because they are heavier. So they are solid. Tea, liquid, like stone and water. Stone is a solid. Water is a liquid. Example, right? Okay. Stone is a solid. Water is a liquid. Just like in tea leaves, solid, and tea, liquid. So filtration is a process of separation of solid from a liquid. What is filtration? Filtration is the process of separation of solid from a liquid. So how to separate tea leaves from the tea? We can use the strainer, and that process name is filtration, and filtration is the process of separation of solid from a liquid. Okay, so what all points we discussed in our today's class? First we discussed about the sieving. Sieving allows fine flour particles to go through the holes of the sieve, and the impurities are present at the sieve. You will get the impurities at the sieve, and the flour particles or the wheat particles goes through the holes of the sieve, and we can use that sieve for our, we can use that wheat for our use to make the chapati, etc. Then sedimentation means settling down of heavier particles at the bottom of the beaker or the pot which we kept, right? And decantation is the removal of dirt, leaves, etc. along with the water to another glass. So that process is known as decantation. And filtration is used to remove the tea leaves from the tea, and filtration is a process in which we can remove the solid from the liquid. That's all about today's class. Watch the video carefully and understand the concepts thoroughly, and we will meet you soon with another video. Until then, it's bye. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful and nice day ahead.